Since its release in 2019, Outward has sold over 1 million copies all over the world. Today I'm going to give you my honest opinion about the game 3 years after its release and go over what I think are the best aspects of the game and decide if it's still worth your money. I invite you to watch this video and decide for yourself. Enjoy! I'll break the ice with what I think is the best reason to install Outward. Number 1. Playability. Outward is known as being a co-op game, meaning you can play it with another friend in either split screen mode or online mode. I did play co-op with one of my friends for a few hours, and although the game gives you no specific directions, and lets the player decide how they want to play the game, we quickly got immersed into our surroundings, fighting hyenas, weird looking birds, and bandits, also escaping mines where we ended up for not sleeping in a safe place. And before you ask, yes, that is a feature. Apparently, Outward has numerous scenarios like this that can happen throughout the game. A cool feature that's something I've never seen before, indicating there was a lot of work on the immersive side of the game and also the small details, which matter in games like these. Though many people recommend you play the game with a friend, the single player experience is equally as good, since there are almost endless ways you can play the game, from different character builds like the Necromancer, the Spell Sword, or even the Juggernaut, to playing the main questline through different perspectives of factions like the Blue Chamber or the Holy Mission of Elath. Number 2. Graphics. While I don't necessarily care about the graphics in most of the video games I play, I couldn't pass on this aspect, as in my opinion, the art style of Outward is absolutely great, and for me, one of my favorites out there. Kinda reminding me of the Elder Scrolls Online, game that I love very much. The graphics also bind with the different areas of the game, each area being unique and giving a whole different vibe every time. Combined with the gameplay, it gives a very good experience that anyone can enjoy at any time, and most importantly, on almost any laptop or computer, whether it's from 2014 or 2022. Number 3. Combat. The combat system in Outward is the only aspect of the game which I think isn't really beginner/chill player friendly. This aspect seems to be easy at the first glance, but in reality it punishes the player for making wrong decisions, or for the lack of strategic play. In my opinion, this almost Souls-like combat system is the most challenging aspect of the game, but once you learn its basics, the game will become so much easier, though you might still lose to enemies if you're not careful, since dying still plays an important role in the game. Another interesting aspect about the combat system in Outward is the addition of traps, which vastly changes the way you can turn the tide of a fight. You can literally clear an entire bandit camp with tripwire and spikes if you want, giving the combat system a unique vibe and endless approaches to try when fighting that boss you've been trying to beat for the past 4 days. Magic in this game also plays an important role, but to unlock your mana bar, you need to make your way through one of the 4 dungeons of the Conflux Mountain, which is situated at the center of the Chersonese region where you first start the game, making the mana bar worth the grind and sweat. Since the character you're playing with is neither a hero with impressive physical power or the son or daughter of a rich king, you'll have to give up some of your life and stamina to benefit from the magical powers of the ley line, thus forcing the players to make an important decision that will affect the way they're playing the game. Number 4. The story. The story of Outward is very solid and very well written in my opinion, with numerous factions involved in the action. The game starts with the player character, an inhabitant of the city of Cierzo, getting shipwrecked off the coast of their home city. They had previously inherited a debt called the Blood Price from their ancestors, a debt that must be periodically paid. A blood price affects all members of given family, and the voyage was meant to pay it off. Now broke, and despite having barely survived the deadly wreck, they are given only 5 days by the desperate townsfolk to pay off this debt and retain the family holdings. Once this debt has been paid, or the player home has been seized, the player is given multiple ways to react to their unfair situation, and the true story begins. They can free themselves of their bloodline by joining the holy mission of Elath, enter a new spotless bloodline by helping the Blue Chamber Collective, or free themselves of the entire system through the heroic kingdom of Levant. I really recommend you give Outward a try. The game overall feels polished with very few bugs, an active community, and a whole bunch of in-game secrets waiting for you. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel and push the bell to get notified when I upload a new one. Peace.